Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. A big welcome back if you've been here before, and if this is your first time, it's lovely to have you here. So this morning I'm going to do it's more of a get ready with me video, because it certainly can't be classed as a tutorial because I have no expertise or real knowledge in this. I'm purely going to show you how I do my makeup. I have been wearing a lot more of it in the last year or so because I feel as I've got older I've needed it basically. When I was younger I never used foundation, if anything a little tinted moisturiser if we were going out, but that was about it. But I've certainly felt in the last year or so that my skin kind of just needs a little bit of evening out. It's quite sort of blotchy and with sun damage, etc. And just my eyes need more definition perhaps than they ever did before. And another reason is my husband very kindly bought this as part of my birthday gift this year, and it's a new palette and I haven't tried it yet, so thought it might be fun to just give it a go this morning. It's got some really nice colours in it, so let's see what we look like at the end of this. So as I say, this is by no stretch of the imagination a tutorial, it's purely what I do, and let's see how we get on. So first things first, because we live in Sydney, the sun is particularly strong and I don't go anywhere without putting an SPF on, and this is my favourite one. It's actually a brand called Natio and it's a moisturiser, but it's also got an SP50 SPF in it. So before I do anything, I put this on and get it on. All those points you know you're going to hit, and make sure I'm as covered as possible. There we go, that's brought my colour up, hasn't it? So the next thing is I will put on, which is a new thing for me I have to say, it's a skin tone, well let's see, it's a brightening and skin tone evening primer, and this one is by Revlon. I haven't tried any others, this is my first time using one, and so far I think it looks quite nice. It's actually got almost a little bit of sparkle in it, but not shimmer. I think that's where the glow part is probably coming from. So I've actually just gone out with this on during the day on its own, and I think it's actually enough. Now I don't know if this is something that actually is doing me any good whatsoever, but I think just trying everything is what I'm trying to do at the moment, just giving it all a go, see what works, and say anything that kind of says evening out my skin tone is something I'm really interested in at the moment. It's going a bit crazy, isn't it? Right, so after I've done that, a new little thing I'm doing, because I find my eyeshadow is disappearing, is I'm actually putting concealer on my eyelids, and this one is the Maybelline and it's the Instant Age Rewind Eraser, so that's good for me. And so I'm just putting on a little bit over my eyelid. I'm sure there's a different way you can achieve this, but it's just something I'm doing at the moment. Just put a little blob on my skin, discoloration there, and anywhere else I feel like I need it. I like this, it's nice and easy to use. It's not overcomplicated for someone who's not very experienced or deft at doing this. So I don't know what colour, it was a 122 Sand was this one, and so I don't think it's doing a great deal, but it's just acting as a primer and getting rid of the little bit of vein you can see on my eyelids, which I don't like. So I'm just doing that for the time being. So this is probably where I differ from lots of people, I prefer to put my eye makeup on first. Now I have got a mirror here just so I can see myself a little bit easier, so I will be just looking off to the side a little bit. But I like to put my eye makeup on because I seem to get most of it on my under eye. So once I've applied my makeup, I then like to wipe that clean because I'm already pretty dark under here. I don't need to have little powdery bits of eyeshadow there making me look even worse. So I tend to put my eyeshadow on first, then I'll put whatever I'm doing, whether it's the foundation or the tinted moisturiser. So here we go, let's have a look. So this, as I said, is the Modern Renaissance. So the way I will do it first is I usually just put any kind of sort of bone coloured shadow all over my eyelid. It's quite strong there. So I'll just put that over as a base. And then because I'm going out today, but I'm not going out for the evening, we will be using, I think, some of these darker colours for an evening look, which I'm sure I'll do soon. But I think I'll go for burnt orange just here. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm just going to dot that on the lower part of my eyelid. It's quite nice. It's going on really well. Just put more on this side. Okay. And then I'll put some of this raw sienna, this one, into the inner part, I think, just to lift that up a little bit. And then because I don't really want my crease standing out that much, if I'm honest, I already feel like my eyes are quite sunken. I won't put anything there. That's enough for me, really. And then I'll probably just see about putting some golden ochre. There we go. And then I will just blend that all in so we can't see any lines. What do I think? Do I need anything else? No, because this is just for the daytime. I think that's actually quite strong. So all I will do now is I'll just pat off any of the powder that's just happened to drop onto my cheek. Okay, so that's done. So I've just taken off the little bit of powder that was there. I'm probably just going to put a little bit more of the concealer on my under eye, just enough. Actually, I've got a little bit of a red nose, so I might just pop a little bit on there. Just pat it in. Okay. So another thing I got for my birthday was a little box of, well, it was a big box actually, of new products to try. Again, husband did a great job, went to Mecca, just bought as much as he could manage, and all of it's pretty good. And I've been trying this out for, well, a good 6 weeks now, and it's a brand called Go To, and this is their SPF tinted daily moisturiser with a sheer tint. So again, it's not a full foundation. Apparently you do this for you to be able to see. So it's not a full foundation, it is a tinted moisturiser. I just use a foundation brush, 2 pumps, and then just sort of start splodging it around my face. And then we go in from there, and I just work it in. I have found actually this is really a glowy product, and if it's very hot here, I do run the risk of looking a bit too shiny, but it feels very nice on your skin. It doesn't feel cloying and thick, which again, when it's so hot, you don't want that. Well, I don't want that feeling of having really thick foundation on my face. I'm still getting used to it, so I prefer this sheer very basic coverage just to try and even out my skin tone as much as I can. So let's have a look. Have I got that in? Got there. I'm just going to put another quick pump on, just under my eyes a bit and my problem areas. And it's still, even though I've got 3 pumps on, it still feels very, very light. There we go. I just sort of take it down my neck because there's not enough colour change for it to look too crazy. I do like to make sure it's well and truly brushed in. So then I put some powder on. This is so old you can't see it. It's a Studio Mac Fix powder, and as you can see, I've used it quite a lot, because even if I haven't worn any foundation or tinted moisturiser, I might still just put some powder on just so that I don't look too shiny. So all these brushes actually, again, were another present. I've been spoiled this year, and these are from Morphe. And I think I've got just about everything. The foundation brush was Revlon that I had for a while. And these little ones are actually a Mecca brand, I think. But they're really, really nice. Never had so many tools to use. So I'm definitely enjoying it. So I just sort of squash it in, really. Okay, so it's just taken a lot of the shine off, but you can still sort of see it's a bit dewy. It doesn't look too thick and caked, which is just the way I like it. Next, let's go for the eyes. I'll finish my eyes off. So I searched a long time for a pen, again, that doesn't, eye pencil that doesn't leach down onto my face. So this one is another Natio product, and so far so good. It's the first time I've used it, and it's worked really well. So I just put a little line on, especially if it's just daytime. There we go, and that's enough for me. I don't put anything under my eyes. I just look odd and very ill if I put any kind of makeup under my eyes. So that's my eye pencil. My husband's looking out of this looking like a star at the moment. This is another present. I had to just nip and go get it because I'd left it in the bathroom. It's my new mascara, and it's Kevin Aucoin, not sure which. And I've struggled so much with mascara that just bleeds onto my cheek, and I would be out and suddenly catch sight of myself and see myself with this huge big black mark under my eyes, and oh my goodness. And I went through so many mascaras, you name it, I did it. Benefit, gosh, who else? I did Benefit, Estee Lauder, Lancome, Maybelline, Revlon, Armani, YSL. I think I got just about all of them, and I was having the same issue with each one. And I think I posted a while on my Instagram that I saw one which has worked really well from Wow Cosmetics, which was $15 for one tube, and that was the one thing I'd found that wasn't actually leaching down onto my cheek until Sam bought me this one, which is working really, really well. I've been using it since Christmas, and so far we've not had a great summer here in Sydney, but we have had a couple of sort of 38-40 degree days, and this has stayed in place. It's got a really tiny brush, which is very interesting. Don't think I've used one with such a tiny brush for a long time, but it goes on. We all pull funny faces, don't we, doing mascara? It goes on so well. I am quite lucky my eyelashes aren't too bad. So that's with and without. And I'm very, very pleased with it. Doesn't look too cakey again. Doesn't go clumpy, and stays on all day, which is the main thing, and doesn't come off when the weather gets a little steamy or wet. So that's the mascara, and that's in black, obviously. And then I'm not into the whole big brow thing, but mine just naturally, unfortunately, taper off to the side. So I am filling those in a little bit, and I'm just using the Foolproof, because I need it, brow powder from Benefit. And I am actually just using this, I don't know what they would use this for. It's a liner brush, but I'm using it for my eyebrows, and I'm just putting that on. And because it's a liner brush, I feel I can control what I put on. So I'm not going mad, I'm just filling in the gaps. I don't want to create anything really, other than filling in what's already there. Okay, so getting towards the end. So I'm just at the moment, it's called Grapefruit. It's intense, shall we say. So I'm putting a dab on the brush, and then I'm dabbing it straight off into my hand, because it comes on pretty hard straight away. So hopefully you can see that going on. And then I sort of rub it in after that. But you can see it's really, the pigment is obviously very strong in it, which is good, because I think this is going to last me for years to come, because I'm barely using any at all. So I'm just loving how that's gone in. So I'm just going to go over with my powder brush, just to take the density off there. It's very warm in here, so okay. And then a new thing which I'm doing, and I'm still not too sure of, is I'm using a bronzer, and this one is just from Mecca, and it's quite a dark bronzer, and this one is Sunlit Skin Bronzer. So I'm just very gentle with it, because I'm not sure. So I'm just sort of putting it in this area where you're supposed to have a cheekbone. Mine sort of has gone a bit missing in action. So I'm just putting a bit there, just a little bit around my hairline, and a little where, again, I'm supposed to have a jawbone. So there we go, that's that. And then the final thing, which I would never have bought, but another friend bought me for Christmas, is a highlighter. And this is a liquid light highlighter by Mecca Max. And my goodness, you don't need much. So comes with a little dropper. I literally need a drop. And I'm just putting sort of 3 drops on the top of my cheekbone. You can put on here apparently, but I think I'm usually highlighted enough up there, to be honest. Maybe just up here. And then I do just use my fingers to pat this in. Has it gone? Did I catch it? Yep. So again, it is hot up here. I turned the aircon off because it was making too much noise. So I'm just putting another little bit of powder on. Yep, I think we're done. So put a little bit of lip liner on. My lips eat liner and lipstick, so the liner just gives me a little longevity. And then I'm just going to put some lip gloss on. This one is called Girl Boss and it's by Australis. Didn't even really know that, but there you go. So I'll come back and show you the totally finished product with my hair down. So there we have it. This is the final look with the hair down and my earrings in and ready to go. So I'm pretty pleased with how it turned out, especially using the new eye palette for the first time. It has made me actually really want to try some of these darker colours in here, but I think I might have a play with those on my own first. I would say I have been using this for a while now, the blusher, and the pigment in it is so strong, it is quite hard to manage it, but it looks really great on, and I maybe need to find more of a peachy shade for my daytime look until I can learn how to manage how strong that is. Other than that, I'm really pleased with how it looks. I feel much more put together and ready to go out and face people with a little bit of something on, rather than leaving myself complete without any makeup at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed listening to me prattle on about me trying to put makeup on. If you have enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and I would be absolutely delighted if you would like to subscribe to the channel. But in the meantime, I shall say goodbye and look forward to seeing you next time. Cheerio.